Hi everybody and welcome to the Scott Show. This is Scott here. We are talking D3 football. We have the brackets. This is the road to Salem. They all meet in Salem, Virginia at the Stag Bowl. That's championship on December the 15th. It's 7 o'clock on ESPN. I believe it's ESPN or ESPN2. But we have the brackets. We have the top games in each bracket. And so I'm going to lay it out all for you. Here we go. We start with number 1 ranked in the bracket. I'm just kind of breaking it down like that. We have the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. They will be playing off against Lakeland in the first round. Now, the first team I mention is normally the one that hosts it. It's the one with the better record, and it's the one that got ranked that way. And then we have North Central as they face off against St. John's in my game of that bracket. North Central and St. John's, they will be in North Central. It will be one hell of a game. Wartburg, 10-0, will be playing off against Franklin. And Monmouth, Trine will be hosting Monmouth in the end of that bracket. Then we have Mount Union that comes in at 10-0. Against Washington and Lee. Illinois Wesleyan plays off against Case Western Reserve. Washington Jefferson hosts Johns Hopkins. I think that will be one hell of a game. But in my game of the bracket, Wittenberg, undefeated, gets to play against Frostburg State. That will be my game of that bracket, as I'm really looking forward to that game. And I'm kind of amazed that they put those two together in that bracket. I thought that they would have moved those guys around a little bit. Frostburg State would have got a better first game than a very difficult Wittenberg team. Then on the other side of the coin, we have Mary Hardin Baylor at number 1. Chapman is their first round opponent, aka victim, however you want to say it. I think it's going to be one crazy game. Then you have Linfield against Hardin Simmons in my game of that bracket. Two teams, both with one loss. Hardin Simmons' loss, though, is to Mary Hardin Baylor. And they got them in the second round, the winner of Linfield and Hardin Simmons. I would not want to be either one of those guys. St. Thomas hosts Eureka. And then Barry hosts Huntingdon. And I'm going to pick Barry in that one. That's an interesting bracket. I think St. Thomas and Mary Hardin Baylor are going to be playing in that championship bracket. And then in the final bracket, we have Delaware Valley against Western New England. Springfield as they host Hudson. And then we have Brockport against Plymouth State and Wesley against RPI. Those are the D3 football brackets. That's the selection show. And I'll give you my little insight. In the top, I think I'm going to go Oshkosh. They're undefeated. They'll probably play against St. John's, which I think will be one hell of a game. Wartburg, I think, is going to go against Oshkosh in the quarters, and Oshkosh takes that. Mount Union will roll over everybody. That's how I feel on that. They'll be playing Wittenberg in that championship game, but Mount Union will roll. Delaware Valley, same thing. They'll roll down there, playing Brockport in that championship game. And then Mary Hardin Baylor will roll again, playing St. Thomas in that championship game. So then you will have Mount Union against Oshkosh in one of the greatest football games that you'll ever see. And Delaware Valley and Mary Hardin Baylor in the other side. I'm going to pick Delaware Valley, and I'm going to pick Mount Union. Delaware Valley winning the national championship. So that's my pick for national champion, Delaware Valley. But I might be wrong. I think Mary Hardin Baylor has not had a lot of great competition this year. Their toughest competition was Hardin Simmons, which I think they will be playing in the second round. But we'll see what happens. We might see some surprises later down the pike. We're actually going to be doing these shows next Sunday. We'll be doing both D2 and D3. Here's how it rolls out and I'll give you guys the winner. So we will be doing that next Sunday. You guys won't have to wait a week. You'll get all the info right away here on the Scott Show. D2 and D3 will give you guys on Sunday. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you real soon here on the Scott Show podcast. Check us out. The Division 2 show is already up. Division 3 up now. And next Sunday, we will have the Football Championship Series selection show, as well as the first rounds from both Division 2 and Division 3. You guys have a great day, and we'll catch you real soon here on the Scott Show podcast.